everyone. The past month has been an incredible experience for us. I thought I would take a moment just to give you guys an update about what we have been doing since we were last here. We have been busy recruiting, primarily in communities where our most underserved students reside. We've been busy advertising for our school, and fully understand that we don't have a charter, but in all of our new schools, we recruit very early because it is hard, arduous work, and we need to start that process. But we are busy advertising on our website, in community centers, neighborhood events, and we've been working directly with a couple schools who are actually willing to work with us. We've collected applications for our first lottery, and again, in new schools, we have multiple lotteries as a way to open. But most importantly, I think the thing I'm the most excited to share with you guys tonight is that after our first round of applications and admitted students, what we have is a population that almost exactly mirrors the demographics of West County, which has always been our intention, and we're really excited to share that. Specifically, 75% of our newly admitted students come from traditionally underserved backgrounds. I'm looking forward to continue the same pattern of activity after we leave here tonight, the only difference being, hopefully, with charter in hand, will give me a little bit more credibility. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have a question here before you get into speakers. You mentioned the lottery. I have an email that I received from a parent in the West Contra Costa School District area. I'd like to quote from the second paragraph, quote, "However, I am more than dismayed to learn that the school has already quietly admitted more than 1/3 of the inaugural class. Those who were admitted during the early, quote, lottery, end quote, in October were invited by word of mouth to meetings that were not publicized at all and handed applications. Every effort was made to keep these meetings secret and to form a parent group of political supporters who were then offered slots for their children in the first so-called lottery," end quote. I wonder if you can comment on that and explain it, if you will, and how that jives with what you just said concerning the lottery.
Certainly. So every single one of our new schools has always held multiple lotteries throughout the course of the year. The reason that we've done that is because it's difficult to recruit people to a school that doesn't yet exist. So we collect
Did you have a
applications.
secret lottery?
No, we did not. So we recruited, like Kelly said, this was up on a public website. We were in community centers. We were in schools that were willing to work with us. We had asked the district publicly if they would allow us
Okay,
to recruit in
then
schools.
what I just said is false, is that right?
Correct.
May I interject? Ms. Shamil, when you address the board, are you not going to talk to this point?
Yes, and if they have further questions on what I've looked
Okay.
into, I'm happy to.
Do you?
Do you agree with that, what he just said?
Absolutely. I personally attended these events that were publicized. Yeah.
Ms. Mirabella?
As of October 15th, I'm really asking this question again in a different way than you answered. How many applications have been accepted and how many are from each city?
So we actually do not publicly share that information, only with our authorizer. When we release that information, it actually jeopardizes patterns of behavior on potential applicants. If you become our authorizer, I am more than happy to share every single piece of data with you, the numbers, the cities, the demographics, the middle or the elementary schools they came from. But it's not something public because it actually shapes people's behaviors to apply or not to apply later on.
Any other comments from the board?
Well, how does it shape people's, students' behaviors? How?
Yeah, I mean, in multiple ways. So, for example, you know, everyone knows we have 120 open seats. You, for example, might be applying for a student, and if you heard, oh, they already have 100 applications, you might not put in an application. If you heard we have 10 applications, you might behave in a different way. We're trying to reflect the diversity of the district. If we share those demographics, one particular family might say, oh, I don't want to attend a school where X percentage of students are from this background, I only wanna go to this type of school. So it actually just, it can really, really influence how people decide to apply or not. Our preference is that people apply based on the school model, not the actual population of the kids. And then once they get in, then they can make an informed decision if they want to actually come to the school by attending events that we have where they can actually see the people who got in. But I just worry that even subconsciously, our inherent biases could impact our behaviors.
Thank you, Mr. Rulli.
So just to clarify, you have accepted applications, but you have not conducted a lottery.
We did conduct a lottery. We put that lottery on our publicly available website. And that first lottery was held October 15th. The next lottery is scheduled for February 15th, which is also up on the website. The next lottery after that is April 15th, I believe.
And I would say just really quick, beyond our website, I was at public spaces with information telling people our lottery is gonna be on October 15th, multiple places.
So if you conducted a lottery already, and those applications that were not chosen, and then you get a second bunch of applications, the same applications, the ones that were not chosen, so it's like they're getting a second chance, while the ones that have just come in are just getting their first chance. That's how I see it, that's how I see, and that's how I see the perception that there is unfairness in this system.
Right, so, we only hold a lottery, if there are more applications, this is charter law, if there are more applications than seats available, if that makes sense. So, no, because we did not, I mean, what I will share is we did not have anywhere close to 120 applications. So, every single person was admitted who applied by October 15th. So there's,
It's very unclear that you would hold a lottery when you've accepted everybody else. But anyway, I believe that will be addressed in the MOU if this is ever passed.
Ms. Maribel,
I have,
I'm sorry.
you have, in your key expense, on the RSP is for the special education staffing that is named in the MOU, if this pushes through. This is the function of this RSP and not to teach a regular class or a special class? Or do you need to readjust your budget so that to be able to comply with this requirement of the special education staffing?
We won't need to readjust our budgeting. The line item that's appropriate for special education covers all of the needs that we have included in any conditions that may apply. So we're going to be able to do that.
Ms. Maribel.
Yeah, I think that terminology using lottery is not the correct one that our staff will review, because that was my question. What you have done is you have taken the first applications, all of them, it's not by lottery, and then if you exceed the second time, then you will